I think it's just really important as artists, we have the power of influence, and for us, it's important that we use that for something, and I really believe it should be for something good, make the world a better place. My personal goal in life is just to make the world a better place than it was when I first arrived, and so for me, it's like, I can't imagine doing it any other way. Doing music without purpose is really just music, and it's just, about me, and it's not about me. It's about those fans. It's about connecting with them. It's about encouraging them. If I got something to say, it's always going to be positive.
Entertaining is the icing, right? So
that's right. That's the beauty of it.
Connecting and just being part of a creative process and allowing other people into that experience with you, that's the gift.
I always tend to write the music first. For me, it's important to be able to kind of hear that and then start to allow the lyrics, the melody to kind of come from that. I've also been really
a little bit when he plays music. He kind of just throws things out and then
but I'm also look, I'm not one to be stingy on the whole writing process. Like, it's got to be me, and all about me. Like I said, once again, music transcends. My job is to be up there and entertain, but it's to allow people to, it's almost a reflection of them, And so Jordan Wright, who's also a writer on the album, he co-wrote on it. There's so many people that have partaken in being a part of each one of these songs. I allow the song to evolve by itself. It's not about any one of us. The music takes hold, takes control. We're just along for the ride. Yeah.
Yeah, I concur. I was, the half writer on Hail the Queen. I'm just saying.
Actually, that's such a really cool. It's a cool story because Hail the Queen is the first song that I actually had nothing to do with the writing on, and I had this idea that Jordan Wright, like I said, the co-writer on the album, I just knew his style of writing. He's so versatile. He's so good, and his style of writing for that particular song and what we wanted to get out of it, she writes like that, and so I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna let this one slide past me. And I asked her if she would do it. She said yes. I went and approached Jordan, and Jordan was like, that might be the coolest thing I've ever done. To write.
I've never worked with an artist's significant other to write the song for the artist.
Yeah.
It was it sounds kind of crazy, but
the funny thing
really
is the
song
ended up being called Hail the Queen.
Because
And it's I give Chyler one chance to write a song. What's she write about? Herself.
Me, how great I am. How great.
Hail the Queen, all right?
But it also says her king, so let's just say it that way.
Yeah, no, it's a beautiful song. It's actually one of my favorite songs, and as far as performing live,
it's insane.
It's up number 2 tonight, and it's going to blow people away. Yeah.
It was a privilege for me. I mean, I was nervous about it just because obviously I want to do justice to the story that we're telling, and the story was really, it originally started out as more of a love letter from him to write to me, and then he sang the whole thing down himself, and then when he played it back, he's like, I really think, babe, this might be something that would be really good to do as a duet, as to, to have you feature. You hold it. And no, I'm good. And when he played it, I was listening. I was like, I can't imagine me being on it. His voice is so beautiful. It was hard for me to think oh, really? Okay. But then we stepped into it, and it's I think the perfect combo of what we needed, because it wasn't supposed to be. It's like a haunting thing. That's kind of that. The feel of it.
Let me clarify the haunting thing. It's Chyler has one of the most nostalgic, haunting vocals. It's very angelic. It's pure, but it's got this vintage tone to it, and just it's almost ethereal. It's almost you can't really put your finger on it, but it makes you feel at home. It makes you feel at peace. And for that song being called Nowhere, the whole premise of that is where our lives are so crazy in our two careers that as we're kind of we don't see each other a ton. So how do you keep that fire burning? We're getting ready to celebrate 15 years of marriage. And how we do it is taking and making quality moments over quantity. But when we're not together, I started playing with this idea, this theory that, maybe when I'm thinking about her, she's thinking about me. And so she comes in with this kind of presence of almost a ghost in the story. If you think about it, it's not a true duet, but she comes in, she builds, she has one solo line by herself, and then she just slowly starts to disappear again. And that's the beauty of that song,
I'll tell you what. I have been trying to push for that, and it's always a tricky thing. There's a lot of like logistics that go into that kind of stuff, but absolutely 100%. I think every single song he does, and like, yeah, and all the cast wanted as well. So it's just, you kind of got to cross those, barriers one at a time just to get through it. But absolutely, I think all of his songs fit on the show beautifully. Especially The Siege was one of the first ones when it came out. When he said it, I was like, "Hun, this song is so fantastic for the show." So shameless plug, all of his songs should be on the show every episode.
Oh my gosh.